8 NBA players that went homeless. It's a sad reality that many athletes find themselves in poor financial situations not long after retiring. Sure, they might make millions of dollars in their playing days, but lavish lifestyles, poor investments, or legal troubles can drain a former athlete's bank account in a matter of years, leaving them broke, relatively young, and without a means of income. Not everyone has been as smart with their money. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Sure, he made hundreds of millions of dollars in his career, but at the rate that he's burning through his cash, both figuratively and literally, he might be broke by the time he hits middle age. Welcome to Latest Hoops, and today we'll be covering 8 NBA players that went homeless. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone XS Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Serge Ibaka. Born in one of the poorest countries in Central Africa, the Republic of Congo, into a family of 18 children, Ibaka's childhood was not an easy one. His parents were both professional basketball players, but that didn't shield them from wartime tragedy. The whole family was forced to leave their hometown, so Ibaka was raised by his grandmother during the Second Congo War in a home with no electricity or running water. His mother passed away, and his father was imprisoned for several years. The young power forward learned the game of basketball by playing on the streets, wearing shoes with so many holes that he used cardboard inserts to cover the soles. Jimmy Butler. His father abandoned them when he was an infant, and at 13 years old, Butler's mom kicked him out of the house without a penny to his name. "I don't like the look of you," she told him. "You gotta go." With no other family to turn to, Butler stayed with friends for as long as he could. After having a three-point shooting contest with a kid named Jordan Leslie, Butler went to stay with his new friend's family for a few days. And a few days turned into a few years. There were already 7 kids in the house, so money was tight, but the family welcomed him, loved him, and encouraged both his academic and athletic abilities. Thanks to a full athletic scholarship, Butler attended Tyler Junior College and then Marquette University. He was drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 2011. Forbes estimates the net worth of Jimmy Butler as of now to be $27.6 million. Derrick Rose. Born and raised in a rough area of Chicago called Inglewood, Rose had 3 older brothers and a vigilant mother who at times worked multiple jobs. His family kept him safe and focused, despite the crime and fear that was rampant near their home. Moving from family and friends' apartments, life did not seem to be enjoyable for Rose in the city of Inglewood. There were many times when young Derrick would cry, wishing for a better life, far away from the guns and drugs that surrounded them in Inglewood. It wasn't long, though, before he was tall enough and skilled enough to dunk a basketball, earning him entrance to Simeon Career Academy and then the University of Memphis. These days, the man who is the youngest ever to win the NBA's MVP award plays for the Detroit Pistons. According to Forbes, he's worth $34.3 million. Eric Williams. Eric Williams played in the NBA from 1995 to 2007. His best year came during the 1996-97 season, when he put up 15 points per game, as forward for the Boston Celtics. Despite reportedly going broke and homeless after making $40 million in his career, the worst thing that happened to Williams after leaving the NBA was appearing on the reality show Basketball Wives. He made a fool of himself on the show by getting in an argument with his ex-wife, Jennifer Williams, and throwing a drink in her face.
You trying to be Brad Pitt now? Sit your ass
I ain't trying to be Brad. What am I going to be Brad Pitt for, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. Keep moving.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, you got to be real careful, you know what I mean?
What?
Be real careful, you know what I'm saying? Be real careful.
He didn't exactly make friends with the other wives on the show either, as Tammy Roman, ex-wife of former NBA player Kenny Anderson, commented on the news that Williams was broke and homeless. David Harrison. With just 4 seasons in the NBA, most of which time he spent riding the bench, former first-round draft pick David Harrison had the shortest career of anyone on this list. Drafted in 2004, he was out of the league by 2008 and on the other side of the world playing in Beijing. He played in China until 2012, at which point he came back home to play in the D-League for the Reno Bighorns. As if that wasn't bad enough, Harrison was featured in an ESPN documentary entitled 30 for 30 Broke, wherein he describes his struggles after the NBA, claiming to have worked the night shift at McDonald's just to make ends meet, nearly becoming homeless. Thankfully, his story has a happy ending, as he now works in stock trading and hopes to be able to get back to finish his degree at University of Colorado. Allen Iverson. Iverson's mother was just a teenager when he was born. A few years later, the boyfriend she was living with was arrested and sent to jail for drug dealing, leaving her to care for young Allen and his 2 sisters. It was hard for her to make ends meet. The phone and power were occasionally shut off, and in Iverson's sophomore year of high school, the family was evicted from their rundown apartment. After a brawl at a local bowling alley, Iverson was arrested and spent 4 months in jail before being pardoned by the governor. This meant he had to finish high school at Richard Milburn High School, a school for at-risk kids. While at Richard Milburn, his unusual basketball skills caught the attention of the coach at Georgetown University, and Iverson was granted a full scholarship. He was drafted by the 76ers in 1996 and offered a $9 million contract. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Having moved from Nigeria to Athens in 1991, Antetokounmpo's parents were looking for work and a better life for their growing family. They worked on orange farms and sold sunglasses, beads, and purses on the street to provide for their growing family, and their sons helped. When young Giannis and his brother Thanasis took up basketball, they had to share sneakers, and the boys often missed practice because they were trying to help earn money for the family. The brothers agreed that they would make something of their lives, so they would never have to miss meals and peddle trinkets ever again. Even after Giannis made it to the NBA, however, his family was delayed in Greece as they fought immigration laws to be able to join their son. He lived mostly on his per diem from the team so that his salary could be sent to help his family. These days, with the whole family on American soil, Giannis has a $100 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. Delonte West. At just 32 years of age, Delonte West, who was drafted in the first round out of St. Joseph's and played for the Boston Celtics, the Seattle Supersonics, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Dallas Mavericks, has already hit rock bottom. West was recently in the news after photos appeared online, supposedly showing him begging for money on the streets of Maryland. It is believed by some that he has become homeless and is suffering from schizophrenia. West, however, denies the rumors and says that he was merely helping a homeless man. This isn't the first time that West has made news for his behavior, however. In 2009, he was arrested after he was pulled over and found to be carrying several guns, including a shotgun and a guitar case. He also claims that his reputation in the NBA was unfairly tarnished by rumors that he had an affair with LeBron James's mother. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for tuning in.